Latonya Denise, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be putting on my makeup, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to be talking to you about how to start a home-based business. So to start out, I've already cleaned my face with the Fenty cleanser. Now I'm going to use this Fenty water. It's like a toner. And I'm just going to apply that all over my face. Then I'm going to use this Fenty Skin Moisturizer. Also just rub that in. Now I'm going to take a cotton ball and use some alcohol just to clean my eyebrows, just to get the oil off. Then I'm going to put a little bit of powder on my brow. Also, that helps with the oil. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about how I really got into business. So I kind of started out in business in like 2018. And at that time, prior to that, I was into bodybuilding. I was a national level competitor, and I was getting a lot of feedback from my Facebook followers about how I should use my platform to kind of go into business. So I was just kind of thinking, you know, what did I want to do? What would I like to do in terms of business? And so what you really should try to think about is, what are you really passionate about? So I thought about being a personal trainer. So I kind of started a website out, took a lot of pictures, had my website actually up and running, and I was going to do personal training sessions. But then I mentioned in previous videos that my mother has Alzheimer's, and I've been taking care of her since about 2010. So her symptoms started to get a little bit more severe. So I thought at that time that would not have been a good idea to actually go into something that would take me away from home even more than I was, because I was still I still had a 9-to-5 job as well. So I decided to use that business name and kind of like create like a boutique, because I really like, you know, fashion, and I thought maybe that would be something good in terms of maybe just selling t-shirts and, you know, with my logo on it, something that really would just represent me. So I did that, and so I got a wholesale license through my state. And if you guys are interested in that, you can just, I guess, Google your own state and kind of find out how you go about that, because you'll need an EIN number in order to resell. Because whatever you sell, whatever you buy wholesale, you're not paying taxes, but whatever you sell is retail, and then you have to pay taxes on whatever you sell. So you have to pay taxes then back to your city or state. So I got the EIN number, and what I did was, since I already had a name, so let's backtrack on the business name. So once you figure out what you're passionate about, and they tell you really don't spend a whole lot of time on a name, you actually can use your own name. And that's something, lessons learned thinking back on, I didn't realize that I can actually use my own name for a business. And I didn't have to go into that whole LLC and all that, if I really didn't think I needed to protect the business and all that. So really think about that, because I think I paid a lot of money up front unnecessarily. So that's what I'm trying to get you guys to think about, is that if you just use your name, you can just use your name and your own social security number, and then get that EIN if you're going into sales. I mean, if you're going into something else, obviously, if you're not selling, you don't need an EIN number. So you can just use your name, social security number. You don't have to have a whole fancy name and all. Don't spend a whole lot of time on that. So then you have to go into what was recommended, that you go into Wix.com and find a domain. So you have to find a domain name. You have to make sure that the domain name is not used by somebody else, because if that person has a trademark on that name, then you can be sued. So make sure that the name is available, and then once you find out the name is available, then you can go ahead and then go to GoDaddy. Some people, if they're selling things, that they go to Shopify, and then you just create a website with e-commerce and all of that, and then just develop the website, and then you're just ready to put your items on there for sale. And thinking back, another lesson learned is, I was trying to personally, I was trying to do everything myself. I was trying to do the website. I was trying to market. I was just trying to do everything for the business. And I learned that that really hindered me in terms of the success of my business and the amount of time that it took, because I didn't pay people to help. So this time around, I just went into a rebranding, and basically I didn't change my business name. I just did a DBA, which is doing business as, and then I just added another name, and so that's what I rebranded myself. It was LDH Fitness, and now currently it's LDH Boutique. So really LDH Fitness is really what the whole business is under, but then doing business as, I can also do it as LDH Boutique. Kind of complicated, but so that's where I'm at this point. Only because I kind of had to shift things around, because that LDH Fitness at that time was just not working for me. But who knows? I still can, at some point when I'm not, taking care of my mother anymore, I still can go back to that, because I still have that website. I kept the domain name. And then I also learned that, when you do have a domain, name, that could be worth something down the line. Who knows? Somebody could contact you and, want to actually use your name, and then they could pay you for your domain. So, I just decided to keep it. Even if, I don't use it, maybe I will, maybe I won't, but maybe somebody might want to purchase LDH Fitness. Who knows? So, I relaunched my business, or rebranded my business. I got a whole new logo, that kind of thing, in December. And I thought that at that time, because I was listening a lot of Lynn Richardson, and I bought some of her books, and I was listening to a lot of what she was saying. She's kind of like a financial planner, coaching, tax person, and she teaches a lot about how to start a home-based business. So I listened a lot that she had to say, and then I actually purchased some of her Zoom online classes, because I knew that I needed to have some more knowledge in terms of how to run a business. And the real reason why is because I was working my full-time job up until November, I believe it was November 9th. So I got laid off due to the pandemic. I had been there for several years. I was a manager working with delinquent teenagers. So my building closed, and so therefore I was laid off. So fortunately, I was 1 week later, I was able to get another job. But then that job kind of led me to work from home. So I got a severance package, and the severance package, a lot of money was taken out in taxes, and that was painful. So I was like, I need to find out anything I can do to get my money back, because the rich people, they don't hardly pay taxes, but people like us, we have to pay a whole lot of taxes, and they took thousands of dollars out of my money that I had worked so hard for. So I was like, I need to figure out how to get this business up and running, so that I can create these tax write-offs, find out what I can write off, and try to get my money back. And so that was my real motivation for rebranding. So I got somebody to actually do my logo, which before, again, I was trying to do everything on my own. So I kind of went online and tried to figure out how to do my own logo before. So I just created my own logo before. So I mean, it wasn't bad, but I just felt like, I wanted to kind of upgrade. And then also just thinking about all of the time that it takes to do all of that, I just felt like I needed to kind of free myself up to do other things, and not spend so much time, trying to rebrand. So I paid somebody to do it. And I also paid somebody to do my website this time, because last time I was really stuck on the e-commerce. I had the website up and running, but I got stuck on the e-commerce. So this time I had somebody do it. So I just spent a whole lot of time just making sure that I had my items ordered. And so prior to, the rebranding, I was on Poshmark, and that brought in, some money. But what I don't like about Poshmark is they take out a lot, to me, they take out fees. Obviously because you're using their platform, they're helping you actually to get the sales because, people there, it's their people that you're selling to. So and then the people on Poshmark, when they want to buy stuff, then they want to bargain with you. They want to start talking you down. And so, for an example, if you post an item and you asking for $35, so they're going to be messaging you, saying I'll give you 25 or I'll give you 10. It's like, after a while you just feel like you're not really making any money. So it was good for a while, but then things got really slow, and I guess things got really slow for everybody in 2020. So I just felt like I needed to find a way to actually create my own boutique and have my own e-commerce, and so I still have my Poshmark, and it's still LDH Boutique, but I just kind of wanted to do something differently. So I kind of started all of that working with Lynn Richardson in December, and then the first of the year is when I relaunched. So I'm pretty happy with my items that I have. I'm pretty happy with the website at this point. A lot of the items that I purchase, I most of the time I get my items from Fashion Go. So Fashion Go is just a place where a lot of vendors, wholesale vendors, go to actually sell their items, and you have to have an EIN number, and you have to have a seller's license to actually purchase from Fashion Go. So they're gonna ask you for all your information. They're gonna have you upload all your paperwork and all of that before they even allow you to purchase anything from them. So you're gonna have to have those items prior. I have went to boutique shows where wholesalers come and they have their stuff on display, and you can actually order items from them. I've done that. So that's just some ways that you can actually buy things wholesale. And you just have to search for what you really want to sell. And so prior to that, you need to figure out who your audience is, who you're trying to sell to. Are you trying to sell children's clothes? Are you trying to sell men's clothes? Are you trying to sell to young adults? Are you trying to sell to middle-aged women? So basically you have to figure that out before you decide what you're going to put on your website. Personally, I knew that I wanted to sell women's clothes, but I know that I'm not a young adult anymore, and I knew that I'm not going to be selling really revealing kind of clothes, because obviously I'm more of a older woman, and I just didn't think that that would be appropriate. So and also, I mean, you think about what you would wear. I mean, I don't really wear a whole lot of revealing things because I do work out a lot. I just felt like my items would be more casual kind of attire, or things that you can work out in, or just casual wear. So I was talking to one of the financial advisors through the Lynn Richardson Wealth Academy, and she recommended that I kind of start out in just one area. Like, for an example, I really want to sell sets, like 2-piece sets, like a top and a bottom, matching top and bottom, or kind of like a jacket, pants, or workout pants, jacket, zip up, kind of fleece outfit, whatever. So she said just stick to that first, and then once you start growing your business, then maybe you want to add a dress, or maybe you want to, maybe you think you want to, sell items that people can go out in, or whatever. But you need to start somewhere first, and then let that be the place where people know you, and will know that that's what you sell, and will be directed to you based on that. So to me, that was really good feedback, because if I didn't get that feedback, I probably would have had all kinds of stuff: purses, sets, earrings. I would have had some of everything in my boutique. So I'm really glad that she gave me that feedback, so I can just kind of narrow things down, and then eventually move forward with other items. So I was happy with that. And so if anybody wants to go and utilize Lynn Richardson, I can leave the link in the description box below. She is very helpful. The people on her team is very helpful, because I signed up with her. That was a free consultation that I had, but I can also schedule a business consultation, and I believe that would probably be a little bit more money, but hey, sometimes if you don't know, again, I realize I can't be cheap, that I have to pay for things that I need. And people are not just going to give you a whole lot of information for free, because everybody is out here really trying to make money like everybody else. And then some of these people, that's their living, and that's how they're getting paid, is by consulting and advising people on a daily basis. So I do know that I have to take classes. You always have to keep learning, because things change, even with makeup. And every time I go on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, people are doing things differently. It's always a new technique, and you have to be up on the techniques. If not, then you're just going to be kind of left behind. It's very important to set goals for yourself, and don't try not to spend a whole lot of money up front, because obviously, hopefully, if you got a 9-to-5, then that money is really needed for your bills and that kind of thing. But you gotta use some money somewhere in order to start the business, so you have to start somewhere, and you have to obviously use whatever you have. So and then also in terms of what you're buying. So when you're buying wholesale, things come like in a pack, or like you get like 2 smalls, 2 mediums, 2 larges, 2 extra large, or you might get 1 small, 1 medium, 1 large, 1 extra large. And then obviously if you're selling plus sizes, then those sizes go up. So try to just stick with just one pack. Don't try to buy 3 and 4 packs of sets or whatever you're selling. Just try to stick to one, and then try to just stick. Don't go and then try to buy 3 and 4 and 5 colors either. Just get 1 or 2 colors and let it be it. And people will ask, is that the only color that come in? And so you'll just have to say yes until you sell that, and then maybe you want to just use that money and then go and just purchase another color in that same item. But you don't want to be left with a whole bunch of merchandise that it's just sitting around and it's not selling, because you're taking a chance. You're taking a chance on whether or not it's going to sell or not. And just starting out, you're going to have to market yourself. You're going to have to be on every social media platform. Obviously I'm on YouTube, but then Instagram, Facebook. I do a vision board every year, the beginning of the year. And so this year I set a goal on my vision board that I wanted to add TikTok. So I started TikTok just this month. So, and then LinkedIn, most people is on LinkedIn. You're working or whatever. Most people are. So, you just have to be out there, and you have to market yourself. You have to be in front of, on all those social media platforms, and you have to just promote your business, and that's how people get to know you. It's just by posting pictures, whatever every day. Some people have mentors, from people that have a whole lot of social media followers. If that's something that you can afford. I was thinking about that, but the girl that I was going to reach out to, she's all booked up for the next 6 months. So maybe in 6 months, she'll be free to mentor if I still need it at that point. But at this point, I do know that I can't do it myself, that I have to reach out to people that are already there, that can give you tips, or give me tips on just how I can grow my business. I guess I wasn't really serious about it before, but now the whole thing about being on a job for so many years, and then during the pandemic, you wake up one day and that job that you thought that you had stability with is no longer there. So you just never know. So I just feel like I need to be in a situation to be in business for myself, and hopefully eventually that's my goal, is to make enough money from my business so that and I'm sure that's everybody's goal, so that they can quit their 9 to 5 job, and you can be in business for yourself. So Lynn Richardson says you want to be in a position to have money, have fun, and financial freedom. So when it's time for me to retire, I want to be able to be on somebody's beach somewhere and have enough money to live comfortably and not have to worry about whether or not somebody is going to come and say, tomorrow we no longer need you, because no job is guaranteed, none. So, and I thought, I never would have thought that it would have happened to me. But that was a huge wake-up call. And, you just never know, though, how God works. Because, I think at the time, I was getting kind of tired of it anyway. And sometimes you're just not at a place where you can just make a decision and just take care of it on your own. So when that God knows everything, and so he probably knew that I really was tired of it anyway, so he just made it happen. And so, but I'm just so grateful that I was able to have another job, that I didn't have to go too long without another job. So who knows how long this one's gonna last, but working with Lynn Richardson, she coaches you on how to make more money and how to spend less money. So I'm spending less money, I'm tithing my money, I am into the stock market now, trying to earn money that way. So it's just, the pandemic just kind of just taught me a whole lot about how I need to be preparing for my future and for retirement. So that's where I'm at this point. And again, I will leave the link to Lynn Richardson and Wealth Academy. Maybe you guys would like to at least purchase a book, or maybe one of the webinars that she teaches, or maybe some class that one of the people that she is in partnership with. Like I said, it's financial coaching, it's how to get a mortgage, all kind of things. She teaches you how not to have a janky business. So if you have a business, your email should not be Gmail. Should not be a Gmail. It should be a .com or .net, something like that. So I just learned a lot, and I'm just hoping that everything I'm learning, that it eventually materializes. One thing that I have to kind of stop myself and thinking that, I'm doing all this stuff, I'm taking all these webinars, and just miraculously I'm going to have a business just flourishing. It's going to take time, and so I have to learn how to be patient, keep the faith, and with that, hopefully I will eventually be able to have a business where I won't have to go to a 9-to-5 anymore. I'll be my own boss. So I did most of my face, but I didn't do all of it. So with that, I hope that you got something from this video, and like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.